Magandang pagkakataon ito na maliwanagan ang ating mga kababayan tungkol sa impeachment complaint na ifinail. It was transmitted to the Senate yesterday, and I hope that this will be a good opportunity for evidence to be presented by both sides para matapos na po ang mga aligasyon at mabigyan ng liwanag ang sambayanan. Maraming salamat po.
Kong Sia.
Well, I'm also blessed to share this table with two of our prosecutors, Congressman Lawrence Defensor and Congressman Gutierrez. Ako po'y nakikiisa sa aking mga kasama po dito sa House of Representatives na ito pong pagkakataon na ito, itong umagang ito, na maliwanag, tama nga yung sinabi po ni Congressman Noel Defensor, maliwanagan at mapag-usapan ay isang bagay na sa ngayon ay pinaka-importanteng issue na ng ating sa publiko at ating sambayanan. So I'm happy to be here with you to join these two prosecutors, and I am looking forward to answering all your questions later on. Marami pong salamat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Kong Rods.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. I understand this is a very momentous occasion for everyone, and there will be a lot of questions. It's understandable, and we'd like to take this opportunity to clarify any concerns that you may have. We understand as early as yesterday, with the news breaking out, there was a lot of disinformation, a lot of confusion, and we hope to clarify some of that. Although we'd like to limit, hopefully, to avoid speculation po, no? Mahirap na po yung mga haka-haka. So we'd like to stick to the facts, and we'll do our best po to answer your questions. Thank you for this opportunity po.
Thank you, sirs. For today's first question, may call on Tina Panganiban Perez from GMA 7.
Good morning po, sirs. Senate President Chis Escudero said that Congress has to be in session for the senator judges to take their oath. So ibig sabihin po, sa June pa po tayo mag-i-impeachment trial. Now my question is primarily for the prosecutors po. How will that affect your preparations? Will there still be strategizing during the break? Also, hindi ko naman po sinasabing matatalo kayo, but what if one of the 11 prosecutors could not make it to the 20th Congress? Baka umabot sa 20th Congress yung trial. Also, is that possible that the trial will continue into the 20th Congress?
For sure, and definitely our preparation will continue. We will continue to strategize how to approach the trial. Magkakaroon po tayo ng information campaign din para sa ating mga kababayan para maintindihan nila ang proseso ng impeachment, to simplify it so that every citizen can understand the process. Igihan po natin, no, na planuhin ang bawat article of impeachment na malatag ng simple, klaro para sa sambayanan at sa mga magiging husgado sa Senado, while the impeachment complaint has been transmitted to the Senate. And the Constitution provides that once it has been received by the Secretary General of the Senate, trial should proceed forthwith. We will respect the institution of the Senate, how they will interpret forthwith, no? Kung gaano kaaga nila aktuhan ito, we will respect that. Pero sana matuloy lang ang paglilitis na ito because this is the perfect opportunity for all parties, especially the Vice President. This is the perfect opportunity for her to be given due process, for a chance to lay down the evidence in her favor and to clarify things during the trial. Kung tatanungin po ninyo, kung June na magbubukas at magko-convene ang Senado as an impeachment court, at kakapusin ng oras, tatawid po ba ito sa susunod na Kongreso? It's possible, and yes, we will leave it to the Senate and to the rules of the impeachment court, because what adjourned yesterday was our legislative calendar. Ibig sabihin, natapos po ang pag-exercise namin ng aming legislative power as Congress and as Senate. And an impeachment process is a sui generis or a class of its own. Kakaiba po itong proseso, and it's not part of the legislative process. Nasa Senado po yan, how they interpret that. And since it is not part of the legislative process, pwede po nating sabihin they can convene anytime that they are ready without waiting for session to open on June 2. And since it is not part of the legislative process, their rules may state that it may cross over to the next Congress. I heard the Senate President's interview earlier this morning, and he said that they will prepare first, and we respect that, and they have to update their own rules of impeachment, and we also respect that. So we leave it up to the Senate as a separate body and as an impartial body to be judges in the impeachment court how they will proceed with the impeachment process. Rog?
Sir, ay, sorry po. Baka lang gusto niyo nang sagutin, sir, yung what if one of the 11 or some of the 11 will not make it to the 20th?
You want to answer? Sure.
I believe po, like sinabi po ni Kong Noy, that would really depend on the Senate and their rules. But as far as I guess we understand that it's just a position that is elected, and should there be a change in the composition, because we have to understand the Senate is a continuing body. The House of Representatives is not. If ever we have a new composition of the 20th Congress, then I think they will just elect a new set of prosecutors, if ever. It does not stop the process. As Kong Noy mentioned, sui generis, this is a special instance of a constitutionally mandated function of Congress. So I think patuloy pa rin naman po yun.
Tama si Congressman Rodriguez. And it would also depend on the Senate rules of impeachment. Kung meron po tayong isang kasamahan sa House of Representatives na hindi papalarin at hindi makakatuloy sa 20th Congress, if the Senate rules on impeachment will provide that private prosecutors can participate during the impeachment trial, then maybe they can continue as private prosecutors. So it would all depend on the impeachment court once they convene and they set forth their rules of impeachment.
Dadagdag ko lang po, no, sa mga dalawang prosecutors po natin. I think the Constitution speaks about the Congress, the House of Representatives tries, and then the conviction is on the Senate mandate po, no, according to Constitution. But sa pagkakaalam ko po, the process of the impeachment is not, it's not really tied up with the particular members sitting in a particular Congresses. That's why it's very, kumbaga kung titingnan niyo po sa Constitution, it's the Congress. So meaning to say, it's the institution that tries and convicts. Number two, as far as the impeachment or the Senate convening into an impeachment court, tama nga po yung sinabi po ni Kong Noy at saka ni Kong Rog, that would depend on the rules that they would adopt. Because since magko-convene po sila sa impeachment court, nakita po natin during the time of former President Estrada and former Chief Justice Corona, they have adopted their own rules. So maybe that's the reason why Senator SP, Jesus Escudero, is trying to convey to the public that they're preparing because they need to adopt first yung kanilang rules. Para sa amin po dito sa House of Representatives, we really respect the position of the Senate. As para naman po sa amin dito sa House of Representatives, we have established yung constitutional mandate po dahil may 30 complaints na binigay po sa atin dito. Pangalawa, yung urgency po ng complaint na ito. As long as we did our job and we have showed to the people that indeed the issue on impeachment complaints that were transmitted or that was endorsed to us in tatlong complaint were given primacy in credence and were given also their due value. So yun po yung ginawa natin dito. Pinakita lang po natin na when it comes to issue of impeachment, the dictation of the Constitution is of top priority of the legislators here in the 19th Congress.
In addition lang po, no, Ma'am Tina, in addition also to the answer of Kong Noy in relation to the preparations of the House, as we mentioned, the House will not shy away from its constitutional duty. Verily, we have already initiated the impeachment complaint as mandated by the Constitution. And in addition to that, we will not shy away from the preparations too. As we speak, the House leadership is already preparing the impeachment secretariat. So we will be prepared if ever the Senate does indeed interpret that they could proceed with trial as early as March. We will be ready. If they decide that it will continue after June 2, well, we'll be even more ready. So yun na po siguro.
Sir, follow-up ko lang po yung impeachment secretariat. Who will compose that and what will their duties be?
To answer that po, no, it's still not clear. Of course, it's been a while, but the impeachment secretariat will cater to all the needs that the House would have in relation to the sui generis proceeding.